welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, surprise we are doing another accent wall. So I did go ahead and create an accent wall in our dining room. As you guys know, our dining room is pretty plain, and I have been wanting to do something with that wall, but I just couldn't figure out what. And then once I started getting into like the whole accent walls, when I did our bedroom, I figured, you know what, that's what's missing. I need to do an accent wall in the dining room. So that is what I did. I don't know if the walls are easy because I'm getting more used to them, or if they've just always been easy and they just look super complicated. I feel that when you are doing like squares or any sort of like gaps in between, when they have to be even, that is where it starts to get a little bit more complicated. But it's not something that's like out of this world. You just, you know, can't figure it out. Like, you eventually figure it out. And as I mentioned in all my DIY videos, I literally just wing it. I never know exactly how much material I'm going to use. And I did say that now that I am doing them more constantly, I am going to start to, I guess, draft stuff out better, because I hate having to go get material in like the middle of me doing a project, which is exactly what happened this time. I ran out of boards and I had to run back to Lowe's to get 10 more boards. This time around, I did record the sizing for you guys. I know that a lot of you guys have been asking like, what sizes are you using and all that. I do always have everything that I used linked in the description box below. So if you go on there and you click on the board, it'll take you to exactly the size that I used. But this time I made sure to like record a clip of like the actual boards with the sizings, just in case you guys don't want to click on the links or don't want to go on the description box. I don't have, this is also the first video where I don't have the exact amount of how much I spent, but again, I will have it in the description box. I literally just lost track of everything, because I will say I am so proud of myself because I 100% did this wall by myself. I did it during the week while my husband was at work, so he wasn't here to help. I think I did it on Wednesday and Thursday, so he wasn't here to help at all, which I am grateful for, because, you know, I was able to do it all by myself, which tells me I can do it all by myself. But anyway, so yeah, so that is the reason why like I was back and forth. I don't necessarily have all the pricing. And then before we get into the DIY, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I have been saying that I wanted to get these Pottery Barn curtains, and I finally did. So I am going to be switching out the curtains. Hopefully I do like them. I will also have the exact ones that I am using down in the description box below. I bought 2 packs. I have another pack back there. They do come in 2 panels. So these are the ones that are going to be going in the dining room, and then if I like them, then I will go ahead and replace all the ones that we have here at home, which I'll also have those linked down below. I feel like they have been pretty good. They are from Amazon and they were very inexpensive. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet and let's start with this DIY.
Alright guys, so here go the boards. I just wanted to show you guys because I know that I usually suck at telling you guys the sizes of the boards that I am using, but these right here are, I believe, 1.5. Yeah, so these are 1.5. So then this one is a 2.5, and then the thickest one, which is going to go on the top and the bottom to do the border, is a 3.5. And all of these are from Lowe's, and as per usual, everything will be linked in the description box. Alright, so straight to the fun part. I started off with the bottom board, so I am using the thickest board that I bought, which is a 3.5. I will be using that board for the top and the bottom. I also did not remove the baseboard. I honestly just don't want to mess with that, or didn't want to mess with all that. So if you notice, all of my accent walls, I never removed the baseboard. But anyway, so I did use a 3.5 by 10 foot, but as you guys can tell, it was a little bit too short. So then I went ahead and cut out a piece for that bottom section. It must be in the way you move. Just say you want me to. We've got nothing to lose. You're looking so old. You're looking so old. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. And then same thing for the top. I used the 3.5 board. I honestly don't know till this day, even watching this video back, how I did that, because the board is a little bit heavy. I am only 5'3", and then our ceilings are 9 feet tall, so it was just a little bit crazy. I did not think I was gonna be able to do it, but I'm so proud of myself because I did.
Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want. As long as we're together, everything we'll do. You got me going, oh, you got me going, oh. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do.
Now moving on to the sideboard, I did go ahead and measure first. My husband is the type of person that likes to cut everything at the same time. I like to cut and measure as I go, just because we all know that walls are usually not even, or at least for the most part. So right here I am using a 2.5, so I did move down to the thinner one, and I am going to be using the 2.5 on both sides of the wall. And then moving on to, so this is where I started the design. So I am using the 1.5 board now, and the piece of wood that I have, or the piece of board, is a 1.5, and I literally just turned it sideways to kind of create that gap, and that is how I got like the perfect size of in between those. So I literally just turned the 1.5 to the side, and then that is how I came up with that gap size.
It feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you.
And then, as I've mentioned in previous videos, now that I am doing like this whole square thing, I always cut out a board of the size that I want the gap to be in between boards, so that way they could all be spaced out evenly, and it has just worked out every time. So it just really depends on how big you want the gaps to be in between boards. But I would definitely say cut out a piece of board so that you can guide yourself, and then all your spaces can be even.
Let me love you. I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on.
And then last but not least, my favorite part, which is the painting. I do always paint my walls with a sprayer. If you follow me on Instagram, you know the chaos that happened. But after I finished filming this clip and I pressed stop, the bottom of it unscrewed, like where the paint goes. I think I just didn't tighten it up well enough, and it literally splattered all over my dining room, my couch. It's on the walls, on the ceiling. The paint went everywhere. We were able to clean most of it off, so the house looks back to normal. But again, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that chaos, but I still 100% recommend this thing because that was for sure a user error.
I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on.
Alright, so there goes the DIY process. Pretty simple. Like I said, it's nothing too crazy. I love the design. I tried matching it with the kitchen island. If you guys saw that video, you know the kitchen island kind of has the same design. It's just a bigger squares. These, I wanted them just to be smaller. I love like the modern look. It's like nothing too crazy. There's not like, you know, boards going all over the place. I've seen some really cool designs where like the boards are just insane, like pointing different directions and all that, but I just wanted something simple, something modern, so that is what I came up with. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and insert a clip of the before, and then I will show you guys the after right up.
Just to wake you up when I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would?
be everything for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Forever, I'm loving this moment.